Our guest today is a talented model and actress who hosted E! Entertainment's travel show, Wild On, and the very popular reality series, Rockstar in Excess and Rockstar Supernova. I'd like to welcome Brooke Burke.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, I'm well, thanks, Brooke. How are you?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Welcome to Sidewalks.
Thank you.
So I understand that you are from a very large family. You're like, what, the oldest of 9, I think?
7, and I'm in the middle.
Oh, my gosh.
Okay.
Well,
hard to keep track of all of them.
Such a big family.
Yeah, and I have a big family. I just had my 4th child, so that's something that was really important to me.
So what was it like growing up in such a large family?
Well, we didn't all grow up in the same household. I actually grew up with 3 older sisters, but it's great. I mean, we're all kind of scattered across the country, and we all stay in touch, and it's great. Family reunions are really fun.
I can imagine. How did you get your start in entertainment?
I actually grew up in Arizona, and I moved to Los Angeles. I had an acting scholarship, and then I started modeling, and I started doing commercials, and one thing led to another, and I got my first big gig on E! Hosting Wild On. Traveled around the world for a few years with my daughter, by the way. She had about 40 stamps on her passport by the time she was 2.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it was a crazy, crazy time. And then when I got pregnant with my second child, I decided to unpack my bags. I did a couple more shows, and, most recently did the Rockstar in Excess gig, which was a blast.
Yeah. Well, you look fantastic.
Thank you.
And a busy mom of 4 children.
Yeah.
How have you been able to maintain such good physical shape? It's just amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. It's tough. I think the first thing that goes is time for ourselves as a mother. And, having an active lifestyle has always been important to me. I've always been committed to that. And it's not just because of the pressure from the business. I actually feel better when I'm working out. I have more energy. It relieves a lot of stress for me. And I think it's a really important time for not just women, but for everybody to carve out that little whatever you can, but if you can give yourself an hour 3 or 4 times a week, if you can give yourself 30 minutes, it's better than nothing, and you just feel so much better if you do it.
What kind of advice can you give other moms to look and feel their best?
Well, I think it's really about how you feel about yourself, and that all comes from within, but I think that you can't let the stress, you can't let the kids, you can't let the chaos of life completely take over. I think you have to make a commitment to yourself. You have to give yourself 30 minutes when you can, whether it's a walk that's in silence without a Walkman, a walk that's time for you, whether it's going to a yoga class or even working out at home for 30 minutes. But I think you've got to take care of yourself. I think you've got to work out so you have more energy. I think you have to eat smart. It's summertime right now. Everybody's crazed about getting back in shape, and there's all these trendy fad starvation diets, these carb-free diets. I don't really believe in those. I'm really busy, and I've got a lot of people counting on me at home. So I have found a sensible way of eating that makes sense for me, makes sense for my family, and it's about eating more. I actually eat more when I want to lose weight. I eat 5 times a day, and I eat small, sensible meals, and it's easy. It's great.
Well, you have also appeared in lots of magazines. Men's magazines are very popular with you. You also appeared in Playboy. How did your family respond when you were in Playboy? Were they supportive of that?
They were really supportive, yeah. And it's a big decision. I don't know if it's something that would be right for me right now, but I had 2 children when I did my first pictorial for Playboy. My family was totally supportive, and by that I mean mother, father, husband, across the board. It made sense for me at the time. I have no regrets. Lots of very respectable women have graced the cover of Playboy, and it was a really good experience for me.
What do you think makes someone sexy?
I think it's how you feel about yourself. I think it comes from within. I think, it's in the beholder as well. I think it's about feeling good about yourself, really.
Tell me about your business venture, Baboosh Baby.
Well,
exciting.
This is really exciting. When I got pregnant with my 4th child, actually when I got pregnant with Rain, David's whole family is French, and they turned me on to this concept about wrapping your abdomen after giving birth. And I did a lot of research. It's a concept that's been around for thousands of years, and I developed a product called TOTS, and it's designed and made to help the uterus go back to its original size quicker after birth. It helps lose inches around your belly really fast. It helps water retention. It's got a lot of great qualities. And Babouche Baby is full of tips about how I stayed in shape during my pregnancy, how I got back into shape after my pregnancy. And there's some really great products here that I've found that I'm using that I love. And these are things that you can use to update your fitness wardrobe that might motivate you again to get back in shape for the summer. So we can talk about some of these if you'd like.
Sure, yeah, let's go ahead.
Well, Liliette in Motion just came out with a great sports bra, and I found that finding the right support when you're working out, if you're doing high-impact workouts, super important. And this was made by a bra company, so it's got all the components of a bra. It looks good, it feels good, and it's really supportive. I love this. And you can go to liliette.com, and you can get more information about this. This is actually one of my newest products, and this is made out of neoprene, and it's a wrap that you use for exercise. It's not for pregnancy. You actually wrap it around your abdomen against your skin, and it promotes really intense sweating. So whether you're walking, you're doing yoga, you don't have to be in an intense aerobic situation, but it helps shed that water weight. It helps lose those inches in the belly. And you're starting to see a lot of these neoprene suits on the market. I love that. Water, water, water. Can't stress that enough. I have water in my car. I have water in my baby bag. I drink a ton of water. Trail mix.
All over my house, too.
Yeah, I mean, you have to do it. You got to hydrate. Trail mix is a great snack. But we're really kind of talking about finding what works for you, having a healthy, active lifestyle, and doing it smart, because I don't think it's about just the sacrifice anymore. I don't think you have to do it that way.
Yeah, without a doubt. As we close, Brooke, do you have any career advice for those rising young talents out there who are trying to...
I just think you got to set some reasonable, attainable goals. You got to find out what you want, really define what you want, and make a plan and go for it. And I know for me, I've accomplished more as a mother than I did before. And, that seems to be a common question. How did you do it? How do you balance it? Sometimes it's not in balance. I kind of make it up as I go along. But I really think you have to set goals, whether it's about fitness, whether it's about career, about life. And you just have to define what you want to accomplish and get it done.
Thank you so much for
You're
being
welcome.
with us today on Sidewalks, Brooke. It was a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Best of luck.